We've all seen cringeworthy content pop up on our social media feeds before. Don't let that be you. I know you want to stand out and be different, but not cringeworthy. I'm going to give you 5 things that you should never post on social media. Stay tuned, I'm covering it right now. The first thing I want you to never post is your income. There's a stereotype that most real estate agents make a lot of money. There's another that most real estate agents make a lot of money, but for not a lot of work. Neither, of course, are true of all real estate agents, but you want to avoid playing into those stereotypes. Be mindful of posting photos, videos, and status updates that can be considered showing off. For example, sharing a family Snapchat from your recent beach vacation is fine, but maybe a photo album of your Rolex collection is a little tacky and showing off. Don't do it. The second thing that I don't want you to post about is politics. It seems like an obvious no, but in our highly politicized times, posts about politicians, laws, rallies, and news headlines often find their way into our feeds, from our personal and professional accounts alike. Everyone has an opinion about it, including real estate agents. While you might have a strong feeling about an issue, try to suppress the urge to post about it on social media. Even if you think it's not that big a deal or it's not going to cause a lot of stir, it will. My biggest thing I would tell you is just focus on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to win political wars online? Or are you trying to sell real estate? You're not going to do both, so focus on what you can and don't post about politics. You can talk about that in person. The third one is, which is amazing, adult content. You'd be surprised how often this comes up. There's another subject that can get a little hazy on social media. You are an adult and you can do as you please, but really think about it. Should I post that? Sure, photos of you with a glass of wine or a beer might be nice from time to time, but a photo of you on a bender or drunk or something like that with your friends, maybe not so much. Any reference to drugs is an absolute never, don't do it. Oh, and one more thing, let's talk about selfies. Again, selfies on their own are not so bad in moderation. However, maybe that photo of you in a revealing swimsuit, not so much. Maybe a guy shirtless at the gym showing off his abs. Again, maybe avoid that. I think at the end of the day, you just really need to think about how do you want to present yourself. You do want to grab attention and you want to stand out, but why are you standing out? How are you standing out? You want to give the right image, and those things you want to avoid. Drugs, alcohol, sex, stay away from it at all costs. The fourth thing that you should never do is talk about the other guy. You're not running a political campaign, and even if you were, throwing your competitors under the bus on social media just simply isn't a very nice thing to do. In fact, don't even mention the competition. It doesn't make sense to do that. Your marketing strategy should always be focused on what makes you a great real estate agent, not what others are doing that are less skilled or less qualified. If anything, you're talking about them and they're not listening about you. Social media content that discredits or pokes fun at other real estate agents working in your market won't make you a better person, and people aren't suddenly going to just start attaching to you in the right way. People might laugh, but at the end of the day, it's actually going to backfire and you're going to come off as an insecure agent, and nobody wants to work with an insecure agent. The other thing I want you to really think about is real estate's unique where you actually have to work with your competition. So although if you make fun of them online, next time you see them and you want to get an offer accepted, do you think they're going to take your offer? Probably not. So don't focus on your competition, focus what you do, don't worry about what others do. The fifth and final thing I want to leave you with is anything that you can't verify yourself. Everyone has that friend or relative who shares bizarre warnings about overheated cell phones and hacks for turning your banana peels into candy, aka completely false content that gets widely shared because of how curious the headline is. I understand when something takes off and it's viral, that's cool, that's fun. Again, you're trying to sell real estate. You're not trying to get viral for something that makes no sense. Don't be that person. Before you decide to share any sort of tip, caution, feel-good story, double check this is indeed true. Sometimes a quick Google check is all it takes. Again, you want to be a good storyteller and you want to make sure people are connecting with you. So I'm not saying don't be yourself, but again, you don't want to be known as somebody who's coming up with false stories or saying ridiculous things just to stand out. They're not going to take you serious as a real estate agent if you're standing up for the wrong reasons. I'm Colby Sway with Inspiring Agent. I hope today's content was important to you. These are 5 things that I've heard across the country as things you should never post and avoid at all costs. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you soon in the future.